was going to get them. I definitely was going to purchase these, and I sat them there just to look at the sheet music. I put them right there, and I'm going to pick them up when I'm done looking at the sheet music. It was all different. It was opera, cabaret, chitty chitty bang bang. It was all different sheet music, and a lot of people use these for crafting. They use them for junk journals and different crafting. And then I started to look at the magazines. They had a magazine, they had a book on oil painting, they had one on pastels, they had one on acrylics, and had I been thinking, I know I don't paint, but I know a lot of people that do paint, and I would have definitely bought these for $1 a piece, and I know people that could have used these. But again, I had started looking at those, and by this time, I had totally forgotten about the note cards that I was going to buy. I was going to look at these glasses, but they were closed. They had not been opened yet, and I did not want to open them, so I left them there like that. I started looking at all the other books that she had there. This one is called Tequila Mockingbird, and it is all about drinks, all about making different drinks. As I don't drink that much, I decided to leave that there. I was looking at this grape maker. I love grapes. I absolutely adore grapes, but I don't want to make them myself. I'd rather have somebody else make them. Now, they did have these pretty blue plates. The blue have still to put out. They had a television and they have purses, and I think I'm going to look at the purses right now. And there you see my feet. There's my feet. But this is, it says it's a Coach purse. Now I'm not sure if it was a real Coach purse or a knockoff Coach purse. I'm not sure about that. I don't think it was real, but you can tell me if you think it is or not. It did have some wear to it. It did have some wear, and they had another Coach purse too that I looked at. Again, this one looked more real than the other one did, but I can't really be sure. I'm not a good teller of if a bag is real or not. I can look at it and I think all bags are fake now that I see because of all the fakes that have been out there. So I don't know what a real bag is unless I actually buy it at the store. Now I did see this. It looked like a messenger bag. It had so many little hooks to it and stuff. It looked like a messenger bag you wore over your shoulder. A little bit too big for me, but then they had one of those shoulder bags. I liked this. I could put everything that I need for the day and then just throw it over my shoulder. And not have to worry about it the rest of the day. And I'm good. The only thing is she wanted $10 for it. I can get a brand new one at Marshall's for $20. So we went on to the next yard sale. The next yard sale had a lot of different items. They had different items, and a lot of them were newish, were on the newer side. It was on the newer side. I did look at this Home Sweet Home, the little cup and the little bowl. I wasn't sure if it was brand new, if it was vintage, but it still did have the box with it. So I was thinking it was pretty much new, but I didn't know what company it was, but I did like it. And if you see the ice trays, I'm just about to pass. I have to talk about the ice trays. I got new Kitty Cat ice trays, by the way. And here is a Vera Bradley bag. Now it did have a little bit of wear on it. It did not a lot of wear, but it did have enough wear on it where I could not have bought it. But I saw the Wonder Woman stuff. I am a Wonder Woman, so I always look at the Wonder Woman stuff, and I saw this Wonder Woman. It was a keychain and a little sign and a little pouch together, and she said, "Here, you need to buy this. You definitely need to buy this. It is $5. Please buy it." I did not buy it. I was looking at the purse. I was looking at the inside of the purse, and it had like an animal print on the inside of the purse, but it was a little bit large for me. But this is Bronze Goddess perfume, and she said that it was to go with Wonder Woman, and the Bronze Goddess was $5. Now let me know if I should have bought this or not. It smelled nice. Okay, it did not smell extraordinary, but it did smell nice, and for $5, I would have had a good bottle of perfume. I think I do like to buy like perfumes and stuff at yard sales because they're inexpensive. People have not used them that much, and you can still get a lot of use out of them. I was picking up these little things. I wasn't really sure what that was. I don't know if those were they were Yankee candles. That's what they were. They were the Yankee candles. But I went over to look at the plates. And I saw a Love Is plate. It is Love Is, and I think Love Is was very popular in the 70s, and I think they're so cute. They are so cute. They remind me a lot of the Holly Hobby. Ones, but they're the little Love Is people. The little Love Is people are the precious moments people. That's what they are, the precious moments. Love Is like a comic out of the cartoons, but it's precious moments. That's what it was. It was precious moments. But then she started telling me about all the jewelry she had. She had, look at the jewelry, and I did pick this up, and it was like see a doll. I did see this little baby doll. I always look at the little lonely baby dolls that are at the yard sales because a lot of people do DIYs with baby dolls. I was looking for a certain name or company on the doll, but it didn't have any of that. But I know that somebody will come along and buy that and upcycle it in some way. That's what a lot of people do, and I'd rather have it upcycled than go in the trash. So we're on to our next yard sale, Now, I'm always on the hunt for something to make our house look a little homier, I guess. I mean, we have a nice little home as it is, but something a little more cozy, a little homier. I'm always looking for something like that, and I did look at the lamps, but the lamps just did not fit in with having cats. No, absolutely not. Not with our cats. Our cats are lunatics. Absolutely crazy. We don't want to have glass around them at all. But I did look at these purses. I did think the purses were quite interesting. Did I see the name? Oh, there's the name of that purse. But again, I was looking for something that would stand out in addition to our house. Or I'm also looking for shoes and clothes that fit because those are always the best things to get at a yard sale. But she didn't have any of that. She did have these salt and pepper shakers, and they had moons on them. I did like those. And then I saw this lamp. It looked like a lamp, maybe something like a chandelier lamp that you would have to affix to the ceiling. But she didn't have any clothes that fit me. But I did see this Pebble Beach t-shirt. Now, I've been to Pebble Beach, and anytime I see Pebble Beach, it reminds me of when we were on a golf cart at Pebble Beach overlooking the ocean. That was an incredible time and a wonderful memory. And I'm so glad just looking at a t-shirt brought back that memory to me so much. Now I'm getting down and I'm finding another baby doll. There's baby dolls everywhere. Now this one needed a bath. She needed to be washed up and cleaned, but she was a cute little baby doll. I could see somebody, fixing her up and dressing her, and it would be good to go for a little girl to have. But I'm not into the baby dolls So after that, I'm looking to see if she has any other mysticism, astrology books, or anything, and I happened to see another one. I happened to see this one, and it says The Spirit and Nature, and it looked like a lot of heavy reading in it. I'm like, I'm going to get heavy reading. I'm going to get alchemy and mysticism because at least it has pictures in the book. So I wound up, I got those two books, and I continued to look and to see what they had. They had a book about architecture. A book about architecture. I wasn't really sure if it was just inside or outside, but I put it back because I'm not an architect. It's very interesting to look at, but I don't need an entire book to look at it because I'm not into architecture. But she did have a lot of other things. She had a lot of Halloween stuff. The one thing that she did have that I was interested in was this little Halloween bag. Look at the little Halloween bag with the ghost on it. It says honest. This is an honest Halloween bag. An honest Halloween bag with the little ghost on it. I thought that was so cute. But I did started looking at other things that she had because she had a lot of clothes. And had they been in my size, I would have bought some. A lot of shoes. I think most of her shoes were size 8 or 10, so none of the shoes were going to fit me. But the clothes were quite interesting. She did have a very eclectic eye for clothing. I mean, she had skirts, she had the pantsuits. This one I liked a lot. Look at the pantsuit on this. I do believe it is one piece, but it is very summery and fall at the same time. Look at the coloring, look at the pockets on it, the elastic waist and the short sleeves. That is a home run right there. That I thought was extremely, extremely nice, and had it fit, I would have definitely had bought that one. She had a lot of different clothes, a lot of pretty clothes, very pretty clothes that she had, but I went back and looked at how much money I had. I was unsure of how much money that I had, so if you see, I have $1, $2, I have $3, so I put the other dollar back in my pocket because I was only going to get the 2 books. So I took the $2 out and I went to look at the last table to see what they had. I did not see this until I'm making this video, but it is a Starved Rock shirt. I should have gotten that Starved Rock shirt. Starved Rock is a national park in Illinois, and it is amazing. I should have definitely gotten this shirt, but I was looking at the DVD player. I didn't even pay attention to the clothes that were on the table. I was looking at the DVD player, and I asked her if it worked, and she said she didn't know, so I wasn't going to buy it if I didn't know it worked. And there was a little alarm clock there, but I didn't need that. So I decided to get my 2 books, and then we were going to move on to a different sale. But I did look at the lashes and a couple of other things that she had there, but there was nothing really that tickled my fancy. So I decided to get the 2 books, and I moved on to the next sale. And at the next sale, I see that they have furniture. I do like a good piece of antique furniture, but these were not antique. They were not antique, and I looked at the lamp to see if it was old. And from the plug-in that it had, it did not appear that it was that old. So I keep looking, and I see all these little games and stuff. Look at all the Mickey Mouse games and these games. I did not know if these people had children or if they bought these for gifts and nobody ever was to give them to. I don't know what happened. I did not ask. Them, but I did see that they had books and they had videos, and was not really sure what that was, but it looked intriguing. But I thought So I just took a minute and looked at all the different clothing that they have, because I can always use extra t-shirts. Of course, everybody can always use extra shirts. You never know, when you might need something to wear, so I'm always on the lookout. And I hate to pay full price. I hate to pay full price. So I'm looking to see if there's something that really interests me here. And I did see this little sweater. I almost got this one. I could see myself wearing this in the winter with some leggings or some jeans. But I'm like, I have so many shirts like that already. I already have so many shirts like that. So I'm just looking at all the different clothing that they have, and going in my mind, what is in my closet and how much money do I have? How much money do I have? Now, I saw this shirt and it is a mave. It's a blouse. It's a pretty colorful blouse for $1. So I thought, for $1, I would get myself a pretty blouse. So I had decided to get that because I had $1 left, right? And I started looking at the cup shirts, and I'm like, I have so many cup shirts. They won the World Series once in my lifetime, and I must have 20 Cubs t-shirts. I don't need another one. So I did put that back. I got out another $1 because I'm going to get the Maeve shirt, but I'm also gonna get the Jack Skellington shirt because I figured that is big and that's going to be comfy, and I'll wear that when I'm going to watch the movie. I have plans to watch the movie, but the shirt is still in the car. I have to get the shirt out of the car. So we went to another yard sale because, like I said, this is a citywide yard sale. There are yard sales everywhere. Like every other house had a yard sale in it. It was amazing. But the first thing that I see that when I get here is something I had never seen before, and they are handmade. It looks like little dolls. I'm looking at this, and the girl comes over and tells me that her aunt hand makes these. She hand makes them and sells them on Etsy, and she has another shop that she sells them on. And I thought that they were so intricate and so pretty. And they had the Christmas one, and then I thought, I pulled up this. It's a little plant. It's a little hanging plant. Look at that. I thought that was so cool. I love that. How do you make that? I'm not crafty at all, so I don't know how you make any of these things. But she made them all by hand. And this was one of the emotion guys from the movie. And her card is in there if you can see it. But they were $25. They were $25, which I can understand because they probably took a while to make. But they are just setting up at this yard sale, and I didn't see anything actually that I might need in it. I'm looking around to see if they have any old magazines or old books, but they didn't have yard sale, then more power to them. But were they selling vodka at the yard sale? Is this what you drink at 9 o'clock in the morning? I mean, it might be, I don't know. But we are at our last yard sale. We are at the last yard sale, and I just wanted to say thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being patient with me. Thank you so much for being here. If you like this channel, please subscribe. If you like this video, please hit the like button and leave me a comment. Earlier, I had tried to do a soft-spoken voiceover on this, which I did not like. I like my whispering voice a lot better. It soothes me. It makes me a lot calmer. I do enjoy that a lot. If I'm going to do ASMR, I am going to do it in my whispering voice. That is what I am comfortable with. So, but if you do like this channel, please subscribe to it. Please like it. Please leave me a comment. The more that we have here, the merrier. Now we are going to go into this yard sale and see all the things that I wish I would have bought when I get home and I go through this. I wish I would have bought this book because this is the book that they made the movie into. And for 50 cents, I would have bought these two books, The Little House on the Prairie and It Ends With Us. I would have definitely bought those, but I'm not thinking, and that happens a lot when I'm filming the videos. I look at what's in my viewfinder instead of what I should be buying, and I gotta stop doing that. But they did have a little cross stitch, and had it not been open, I would have probably got that too. And I should have gotten the Yahtzee game. Definitely should have gotten the Yahtzee game. I remember going camping and playing Yahtzee when we were in front of the campfire. Can you imagine you're in the woods all alone and you're rolling dice and all of a sudden somebody screams Yahtzee? Yeah, that's what would happen in the woods when we went camping. Definitely. And it's great that it brings back those memories. That is nice. That is nice that a little dice game brings you back to your childhood and you remember all the good times that you had. But this yard sale had a lot of little knick-knack things. A lot of things that could have been useful for you. But yes, I